My name is DeShundrix Wooten. DeShundrix Wooten is my full name. Pretty much, I'm a photographer, videographer, do coffee, specifically coffee. Roasting is what I love because I want to share that with everybody. And family man. I found myself when I picked up some paper and a pen, and my pen was faced with a blank space. Basically, this is pretty much something I started writing down the other day because I was influenced by another person, another rapper that I really like, and I felt like I wanted to express myself because I don't really express myself in words that much, and so that part where it says in a pen and my pen, I'm in a penitentiary and I found out that I can draw. And so, it was kind of trippy in the beginning because it just wasn't what I wanted to be. But as I continued and kind of got a little bit of education from somebody else, I found that I really can draw. And so within that, I found the art in me. All along, I knew that there was something, but I guess within my life growing up, I thought it wasn't cool enough to be in art, so I got caught up in the wrong things. But all in all, I found it there, which was awesome. In leaving prison, I got into school and took a visual merchandising class, and within that, I found that I wasn't quite a person that can sew, but I found out my skill level was visual merchandising, and that's making you want to buy clothes when you go into the department store. So that was my niche, and within that class, that's where I met my wife, Yasmin. We're good friends, hung out. It's funny, all we did was just like, when we first met, it was hang out in the car after school, listen to music. So that's one thing we kind of had in common, just chilling, listening to music. She was my friend until if she was here, she'd probably tell the story differently. I think she lured me to her house. She told me that there were people coming over for study for the school. No, that wasn't it. But anyway, back into that. Basically, we pretty much got to know each other, and she was pretty much there from the moment we met, being friends, all the way to the end. I mean, again, we were as a couple, and as I got into photography, she was there. She was more so like instead of a photographer with me, she helped me on the business end of it, which was excellent. That's one thing that I needed help with for the most part. And from that point on, it came to the point where she felt that I was doing so well in photography that I can leave my visual job. I didn't want to because I get, insurance. It was taking care of my family, my kids. But she's like, we can do this. And so within that, I figured, okay, let me train you how to shoot so we can really do this. And so we did that. From that point on, it was shooting, weddings, and again, I'll back up just a little bit. She kind of did makeup for the weddings, and then that's when I began to train her. So she was an esthetician beforehand. So back on me, she just pretty much learned the craft, and we roll with it. Yasmin and I would sit at home. We loved watching Food Network, and in looking in Food Network, we would always want to make different foods. And then we found out our love for coffee, and so we really wanted to learn how to do this cool latte art. And so we would do this latte art, and we figured, how can we wow our clients when they come and sit down for consultations, with the food and everything. But this right here was really special. If we can give them latte art, we just might win them, even if the photography don't look good. But no, it looked good, but they're gonna love the presentation, and that's what I'm all about, is presentation. And it did. Every consultation, the clients would say, you guys should open a coffee shop. And that rung in our ears for years. We've been shooting for 13 years. I want to say about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we thought about it. Okay, let's do a coffee cart for weddings. It's a big thing. And we set out to do it, bought everything for it. And all of a sudden, it turned into I had a photo shoot and was teasing about a building that I saw. And from that moment, she jumped on it and said, no, we should open a coffee shop. And from that point on, it's been a brick and mortar. And we've been doing it ever since. Man, just thinking about 20 years ago when I was released from prison, it just, there was no job for me. And looking for a job was pretty tough because I got turned down. And in my mind, I knew that I had to continue, and I didn't want to go back because I'd seen people in and out, and I wasn't going to be one of those people. And it turned this point, I had my favorite scripture. It was pressed towards Phil 3:14. I made that my email address, and I just took it and went for it. Met my wife in school, opened up a photography business, and then from that point on, opened up a coffee shop. And it just got to the point to where, all of the work that we put in, we're starting to see it unfold because people in the community are enjoying it. They're having fun, and that's what we wanted. We wanted to see the press help people, and within helping the community, we have baristas that we're helping, and even within that, here I'm able to share my story with most people that ask me. Sometimes they'll ask, what does the press mean? And so I'm able to share with them that, why do we call it the press? Well, it's a press because I want them to know that my life was pretty much nothing in the beginning. And then once I tell them, it's interesting because most people will look at me and have no idea where I came from, and once they see it, it's interesting to see their story and to see that where I came from, we've taken a business into a community that didn't really have much at this time, and then to see the smiles on people's faces when they come in and hear the response is special to us because that's what we wanted, but we didn't think that it would happen that way, but we had to trust and believe, and it's really something that I think our kids will definitely take with them because they're a part of it too. They want to come here, they want to do the open mics that we have. The community has come together and even said, father was so happy to see his daughters be able to come here and have somewhere to play. Instead of, there's many places to go, many venues, but most venues, has alcohol. I have nothing against that at all, but it's just how they felt. It was a feeling that they had here, or they felt here. And so we just feel that, or I personally just feel that, from the beginning, pressing gun is not allowing whatever the circumstance is to slow you down. Simple, just if you fall, if whatever comes towards you, if it's not the way you want it to be, you just got to keep moving, keep pressing. And that's what I believe this business is. Even though it's coffee, yes, it's coffee, but it's also a feeling when you come in that people walk out here feeling something different.